Hey, what's up, Reefers? Accept your past without regrets. Handle your present with confidence and face your future without fear. I needed that because I'm about to do battle with algae on the sandbed. Now, I'm going in pretty confident because we were able to beat this once. You guys gave some solid advice, and I was able to completely eradicate the algae in about a week's time. And this time, I have the proper tool already, right off the bat. And right here, I have the black tarp that's supposed to do a complete light out. And I still have the hydrogen peroxide that I'll be dosing at the same time, just in case these are dino. So, we'll see. And because I won't be seeing the tank for a few days, I figure I'll do a quick tank update to document what the tank looks like before I go into the blackouts. So not too many updates this week, no new addition. However, I did move things around a little bit, maybe half an hour ago. So that's why all the things looks kind of closed up and pissed off at me. Now before that, let me show you what else I picked up. So here we have the Bulk Reef Supplies Coral Frag Mount. It's a fancy name, but it's pretty much just kind of small pieces of dry rocks where you can mount your frags on instead of the traditional frag mount disc or frag plug. And let me open this up real quick. So these are just little pieces of rocks. Most likely they just found this at the bottom of the bins, and they package it up nicely in a nice little container to keep everything clean and neat. And they sell it for about $7 or $8 if I remember right, which is fine. I mean, of course you can go out, get a piece of dry rock, break it up, and get something similar, but they kind of do it for you, pack it up nicely, and then give you a nice little container to keep all the loose rock. So it's okay, money well spent. And I'll show you what I did with these guys. So if you look back there, I swapped the place between the kryptonite candy cane and the Montipola capricornis, because I feel like the candy cane is recovered to a point where it is ready to go back into higher flow and under direct sunlight, and the capricornis, when it was here, it just looked awkward. So I used some of the loose ribbles and I kind of propped it up so that it's touching the main piece of rock. My hope is that it's going to start encrusting on this rock and start scrolling and grow so it has a nice foundation. It'll start growing. And the reason I want to put it on the left side near the front is so that when somebody look at this tank, they'll see depth. They'll see this, and then a little bit further back here, and then at the back wall up here, so the eye has a little trail to follow. I thought that would be pretty cool. Another change I did was that one of you mentioned that the torch because the torch was touching a Froxman frag I have here, the Froxman may get stung by the torch because the torch is pretty aggressive. So I went ahead and moved the Froxman frag to the back temporarily like that until I can figure out a better place for it, until I give it away. One more thing I want to note is that the Gorgonian is growing a little bit out of control, and that's also one of the reasons I bought those frag mounts, so I can mount a few of these frags and trade them down the road. Alright, so I'm going to keep this really short and sweet because I want to get to work and start blocking the light from this tank and get the process started. Oh, one more thing. You notice down here, those are my really pissed off looking Total Chaos Zoas. It used to be a fist-sized rock, a solid rock. I just kind of broke it up and just took the small chunks to. I'll glue them up to some other larger rocks down the road, like existing rock. But for now, they're gonna sit there on little pieces of rock, so it's not creating clutter in the tank. Alright guys, so have a good look, and the next time you see this tank in a couple days, hopefully the sand will be white one more time. And I do need to sort out my water source situation, so I do not need to keep fighting algae every couple months. And let me just kind of let the video run a little bit. This is for my own documentation as well, so I can do a comparison on progress. I'll also move the red Gonipora to the right hand side. Let me see if we can move around a little bit. So here's the left side. And I'll swing to the right. Apologize for the dirty glass. And I'm really crossing my fingers that the rose bubble tip anemone and orange rainbow bubble tip anemone do not roam while the light is out. Otherwise, something's gonna get hurt real bad. I don't know what, but something will. One cool thing that I did not mention is that whatever this green SPS is seems to be starting to encrust onto the rock. So that's cool. One more thing. Dang it, I just cannot stop talking. One more thing is that as I was moving things around, right, my hands brushed up against the elegance coral a few times. And it is super sticky. I almost want to say that it's stickier than my anemones. It just kind of grabs onto my skin. It's crazy. So I guess they do have a really potent sting. I mean, I heard about that in the past, but I never really experienced it until I brushed up against it. I could have sworn it was my anemone until I looked down. It's like, wait a minute, that's an elegance coral. So, potent stings. Alright guys, I'm gonna get to work before the light turns off and I cannot see anything. So, this guy is gonna take over my tank. Alright guys, hope you all is having a great weekend. I'll be sad not being able to see my tank for a couple of days, but it is for the better. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. For real now, for reals. You see the goby right there? Alright, for reals. See you guys.